Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're a returning subscriber. My name is Chitra Moon. Today we're gonna look at what kind of friend are you? Are you a good friend? This is gonna be from your friend's perspective, so please note, you could be the bestest friend ever. That could be a fact. But remember, this is going to be from your friend's perspective. So it doesn't mean that it's accurate or right. This is just a reading for fun. So you have 5 beautiful images in front of you. Go with the one that you feel very gravitated towards. That's going to be the one that you should choose. Please also feel free to choose more than one pile. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to choose, but also feel free to pause the video. So let's start that countdown now. Okay, so if you picked pile 1, this is going to be your reading. So let's look to the cards right now. Let's look at these 6 cards. We'll look at what type of friend you are. Again, just to reiterate, this is from your friend's perspective. So don't take this reading too seriously. We're going to read the cards and then we're going to look at remote viewing. I'm going to try to, tap into who the friends that I'm picking up on, who are they, initials, zodiac signs, and I'm going to actually go with 10 names. So just note that, obviously not everyone's going to resonate with the names, but I just want to go a little further and see what we get, just because, I have been very accurate in the past. But before we get into the reading, a couple things to note. I am offering private readings. If you'd like one, please check the first link in the description box. It will be the link to my Fiverr account and you can book through there. If you'd like to see more readings from me, please check the second link in the description box. That will take you to my Patreon channel. Also, if you would like to see what I have in my shop, that is the third link. So feel free to check that out as well. Okay, pile 1. Let's look here, okay? This looks really good to me. I'm going to go with the 6 card spread I see here before I draw this, or I kind of interpret this card that I got from my new deck. This looks really nice, okay? So I feel like as far as friendship goes, you're probably the bestest friend a person can have, okay? Really loyal, really true, very sincere too, because, I feel like a couple things. With the Knight of Cups, it's kind of interesting. I feel like there's offers, there's loves, there's offers of love here. I feel like with the Sun, it's just whatever these offers may be, could really be the reason why people get brightened up, okay, in their day. You really know how to take a person out of their moods. Not only that, with the 6 of Cups, I feel like the exchanges that you have with people are quite sincere. So the first thing I'm picking up with the first row is definitely that you may be a great gift giver, okay? But not only that, you may show your love through actions, okay? Sweet things. It could be, just to give you an examples, maybe you are like, okay, I know this person, likes cupcakes. I'm going to make some for them. You know what I mean? I'm just going to surprise them with it, because I feel like with the 6 of Cups, it's really expressions of love, but it's like, if you look at the card, he is actually giving her a bouquet of roses, and that's how he's expressing himself. So I feel like in friendship, you're quite expressive. I don't feel like with this pile, anyone's looking at you from your friend's perspective and saying like, I'm not really sure if this person likes me or how they feel about me. Sometimes we have friends and we don't really know because of like maybe the moves they make or the things they do. I feel like with this one, if you are somebody's friend, you are somebody's friend. Okay. There's no, sneaky behavior. There's no trying to one up. There's no competitiveness here. This feels very nice to me, very sweet. And it's interesting because I feel like when I'm looking at this card as well too, with the 5 of Pentacles, this card of like kind of poverty mindset, maybe even, toxic relationships. I feel like you could be a collector of those people. So the people that I'm actually channeling right now are people who have never actually experienced a friendship like this before. They regard you as one of their highest and dearest, not highest, sorry, nearest and dearest friendships. It's like, maybe when they met you, it was like they could breathe like some, some air and just say, oh goodness, I don't feel like this is the first time. I don't have to watch my back. I don't have to worry. I don't have to, be on guard. It's like you have this ability to make your friends actually let their hair down, let their guard down, and be themselves, which is really nice. Okay. As a woman myself, when I have a friend like that, that just means the world, okay? Because, in a world that it's so superficial, I feel like vulnerability is really cool. And you could be very vulnerable in the sense where you're open. I feel like with this pile as well, too, you're not afraid to kind of express your vulnerability. So some friendships, people don't really want to get deep, or, they won't ever tell you anything bad about themselves because they want to put on this show. I'm also not sensing that here. I feel like what makes people feel very comfortable with you is that you're actually like a real person. So you are not afraid to express like what you've been through. I want you to know that's a really, that's like a very real thing, okay? Because there are some people here who will just like act like they just, came out the womb, was gonna make it in life, didn't have any setbacks, or don't talk about those aspects of themselves. I just feel like here you're very real. And it's interesting because, we do have the coworker card here. So I feel like your coworkers are coming through right now too. And, I'm not talking about all of them. So maybe you feel like some are toxic. I'm talking about the ones that, really regard you in the highest, regard. Okay. There are some coworkers popping up through here, and they feel also too, like, maybe you've even made the office space or your workspace a more pleasant space because of just how nice you are. These are really nice cards. Page of Cups is a nice card. Six of Cups is a nice card. Sun is a nice card. So is the Nine of Cups, okay? Just very graceful, very beautiful energy. And you just have the ability to really pick up anybody, okay? And I don't mean pick up like literally. I mean like pick up the vibe, pick up, people's, emotions if they're down. So you would make a really good friend. I'm not really sensing here so far that anyone has anything bad to say here. Now, again, I feel like, there's a lot of gestures here within this spread. So I feel like, should you do feel something for somebody or care about somebody or feel like they're in your circle or group, you are grandiose about it. Like, I think this is like the pile that like would throw a birthday party for their friends. They would go the mile to like, even put together a surprise party, or even maybe like a shower, like be the one to like be doing the baby shower or, the marriage, the bridal shower. You would take that on for your friend. And maybe you are somebody who's watching who has done that many times because you've just been chosen, to be that person. Okay. What else am I getting from this? I think also as well too, there could be something, again, I just want to talk about that vulnerability again, because with the Page of Cups and the Six of Cups, this is young energy. And to me, it's also mixed with being really sweet. So I really am taking this as vulnerability. I feel like this is one of your actual best traits in friendship. There's just something about the vulnerability that also even makes you like a reliable person or a sincere person, because it's not like you're going to put up a front or lie about something, you will be honest with your friends, and your friends actually really appreciate that, a lot. Not only that too, you are very fun with this one as well too. Everybody who's a friend would want you around all the time. Again, with the Sun, the way you're coming through, the way you just kind of uplift the room, it's just beautiful, and they feel it. But again, that coworker card is here. Now, this is kind of funny to me as well too, because when I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles, I'm also looking at it as like an alliance card. So there could be some people here are watching who have like, they roll in three. So, you may have like a crowd of three, or it's you and two other friends, but I feel like your friendships or your friends also feel to some degree like whatever group you're in, it's like you guys are bad. Like you guys are like bad, like in a good way, like you're doing the most. You are able to like conquer whatever. You guys are like a posse in a way. Okay. So kind of interesting with the Three of Pentacles. That's what I'm seeing. And let's move on to this card, because this card is really staring at me. So I got this card, clean it up, okay? Now this card really talks about the environment, which one is in. So I feel like when I'm seeing this, you know, I feel like your friendships would say like, you know, your friends would probably say that, you know, you're not afraid to clean things up. You're not afraid to clear the air. You know, and that talks about like, you know, saying what's on your mind. So I feel like they really appreciate the fact that like you wouldn't be passive aggressive. So should there be an issue, you would confront them. You would be like, hey, like, you know, I don't really like what you did. You know, I'm not saying that we're going to break up, but like we need to talk about this. We need to get to the bottom of this. They really appreciate that. And, you know, again, I'm going to put my 2 cents from time to time, you know, here and there in the reading. I, as a woman, really appreciate that because, you know, I'm an Aries and I like, you know, I like directness. Just give it to me straight. So with this pile, like you're very appreciated for your forwardness, your ability to kind of like want to clear the air, clean things up. Straying things out. You know, I think your friendships with this pile are very important to you. And that's why I think you also do it. I don't think that you're going to waste your time with just everybody, but when it comes to your friendships, it's very important that the air is clear and the environment is also toxic free. Okay. So I see that with there. I also see that with this. I also see with this card that I think your friends are, you know, you may not have not said anything. I don't think this pile would say anything like that, you know, directly to their friend. But I think your friends are aware that, you know, they could be gone at any moment in the sense that you don't really tolerate, you know, bad friendships. So I think there's a high respect here, but I think they're also aware that, you know, should they, you know, do anything malicious or, you know, mean or something that's not nice, you would definitely clean it up. Okay. And it would be them, you know, that you're cleaning up out of there, sweeping them out of the way. There's something about this pile that doesn't tolerate anything. So I really like this energy because, you know, you could be nice, you could be sweet, you could be giving, you could be, you know, a gift giver, doing nice things for people, but we don't want you to be a doormat. So I really like that this card came out because it's like an equal balance. So I think your friends also with this type of energy, A, respect you, but also too are aware that at any moment, you know, should they do something, you know, out of line, they can get removed. It's not going to just be about talking about it. If it crosses some sort of line, it's probably not going to last. So I like that energy. So from your friend's perspective, before we move on to the remote viewing, I think you are an amazing friend and you're probably, you know, this pile probably has a lot of concrete friendships. Not all of you. I'm not saying all of you. And please, when I say one thing, don't knock the whole reading. But I think there are some people here who have literally had friendships from even like childhood, because I see that here. You know, no one wants to lose you as a friend. You could be very helpful as well, too. You could be an asset to have as a friend. I know that sounds kind of weird, like as if, you know, people are using you, but it's not in a using way, okay? I think you're very knowledgeable. I think you're very helpful. You know, when we're talking about friendships, there are some people who, you know, meet those expectations more than others, and I think you're one of them, okay? So let's move on to, like, the remote viewing. I'm going to pick up, like, this amethyst, and I'm going to channel, okay? So let's first go with initials. Now, these may be your initials, but they also might be the initials of your friends, okay? So just bear with me. Okay, I have A, K, L, J, and G. Now, as far as zodiac signs, I feel like I'm seeing Aries, strong emphasis on Aries, Virgo, Gemini, and Libra. Okay, I'm going to try to channel some shout outs now. So I'm going to look at names right now. I'm only going to do 10. So please, again, do not knock the reading if the names don't apply. And then I'm going to move into remote viewing as far as specific situations that may resonate with some of you. Okay, so stick around for that. So names. I'm getting a big, as soon as I said the initial A, I got a big emphasis on the name Ashley. Okay, so I don't know if your name is Ashley or if your friend is named Ashley, but there's a big emphasis on this name. Karina, Drew, Tatiana, Beth, and I don't know if Beth is short for Elizabeth, but I see Beth. Diana, Gabriella, Cindy, Cassie, and Eve. I think we're at 10, right? I'm going to give another one because I'm sensing this name strongly, but I'm trying to stick to 10, but I'm getting a big one on Lauren. Lauren, okay? Now let's move into remote viewing of some specific situations that might, resonate with you. Okay, so this one has been with me the whole time. I see you giving a ride to somebody that it could have been really not the best situation for you to do, or maybe there's something about the drive, it being a long drive, or maybe even picking somebody up who needed your help. I'm seeing like someone's giving a ride to somebody and that person that you gave the ride to was just like so grateful. I don't know if this is one isolated situation or if this is literally you do that often. And I don't know if it's with your coworkers, but I'm feeling like it's amazing because, again, this is not common. People don't want to do stuff like this. I don't think you're even asking for gas money, okay? I'm seeing something like that. Okay, I'm seeing, I don't know why this is coming through. This is completely random. I don't know why there's something with dyeing hair. Something with dyeing hair. I don't know if you've dyed your friend's hair or someone here who dyes their friend's hair. This is something that is really, or if you're even a hairdresser, I don't know what this is, but if you're a hairdresser, all your clients consider you like a friend. You may not even be aware of that, but literally when they get put into your chair, that's their time to really escape. So maybe those people don't even have good friends, but for some reason when they're in your chair, it feels like a friend that they're speaking to. So again, you're making them feel very comfortable. But it could also be that, you dye someone's hair or a friend's hair and they're grateful for that. Let me see if I pick up anything else. Okay, this is kind of interesting. And I think these are very isolated, messages, but hey, they've resonated in the past. So I'm just going to go with it. Someone saved somebody else from a bad drink. Okay. And I'm going to try to be like, saying this in a way so that we don't trigger any words here. I think someone was almost given a bad drink at maybe a club and you were watching them. So I don't know if this is symbolic because sometimes when you get these messages in your third eye, it will be like they're showing you images. Maybe it could be that, you're a very responsible friend or you're always that designated driver. Or it could be that you literally did that for somebody one time and in that person's mind, you literally saved their life. Wow, that's a deep one. That's very deep. I will want to know if any of these resonate. Please make sure to comment. Okay, I'm seeing pajama night. Why am I seeing sleepovers? I mean, you could be grown and doing this. I mean, I know it's, I'm not bashing anybody. Sometimes as we get older, we don't do these anymore, but I feel like, are you like a friend that does like a common theme party or something? There's a theme, there's always something theme going on. I feel like this makes you quite fun and quite unique and interesting, but you're like one of the best hostesses these people have ever met. So as a friend, from your friend's perspective, this is something that they look forward to a lot by having you as a friend, these themed parties. And I don't know if they're slumber parties or pajama parties. I don't know what this is, but that's just one image I'm getting. There could be many different themes, but that's what I'm seeing. Wow. Okay. Good. I like that. That's fun. Okay. That's all I'm getting, guys. So this was your reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, consider liking the video. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, have a wonderful day and let me know what you thought. Thanks, Pal One. Okay, so before we get into your reading, a couple of things to note. I am offering private readings. If you'd like one, please check the first link in the description box. If you'd like to see more videos from me, check the second link in the description box. That will take you to my Patreon channel. Also, if you'd like to check out my Etsy shop, that's a third link in the description box. If there's anything that you like about this reading, or if it resonates at all, please consider liking the video. That would help the algorithm, but it would also help me, and help me also to gauge as a reader what my viewers are liking, okay? And so that I can produce more of that. Let's get to your reading. How this is gonna work. I've drawn these cards. I'm gonna dissect these cards. I'm gonna move on to this one, and then I'm gonna go into the remote viewing. I'm gonna try my best to pick up on initials, zodiac signs, even names. And then I'm going to tap into maybe specific things that may have happened between you and your friends that might resonate with you, okay? But they will be very particular type of predictions or things I'm seeing that are coming through, okay? So stick around for that. Pile 2, kind of interesting. I think we're going to go on a little bit of a deep dive with your group. I have a feeling there's been a lot of shift within your friendships. I know this reading is about how your friends view you or how good of a friend you are. But I think this is going to be the group that is not read correctly, because I have a feeling you are going through something right now, and it does have a lot to do with friendships. So I think that there could be a possibility with this group that we are evolving past our friend group and the people that we are meeting or we have met. Something's just not resonating anymore for me, okay? So let's talk about how they view you, but in no way am I saying that this is accurate, okay? Because I feel like the friends that you have met right now, they may not be seeing you clearly because maybe you are presenting something towards them that kind of shows them a distance, but that's not really who you are as a person or who you would be if you had a friend that you really did consider a friend. So I feel like kind of interesting when I got the Two of Pentacles, because it also has funny with the round and round, because I feel like Two of Pentacles and this card are very similar. I just feel like I don't really know what to think of you as my friend anymore. I feel like there could be, with the Two of Pentacles, you're showing me two sides. I feel like with the Queen of Cups, you could be very emotionally distant. I feel like, and this is from the perspective of your friends, I feel like I'm putting in all the work with the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like I never know where the hell you are. I mean, there could be some people here who have picked this, who are just like this naturally. And, you know, you got to love them, you know, let them be themselves. But I feel like there's a distance. And I think with the Eight of Cups, they feel to some extent that you've already walked away from this. They feel it energetically, or you just are very tired, okay? Or it's just becoming too difficult on, you know, their end to kind of keep trying in some way. I feel like with this pile, again, there could be something going on. And there could be even some people who have just recently experienced a big hurt or something that went down in their friend group, or something that happened with a friend that wasn't too pleasant. So that's why we could be, you know, potentially picking that up right now. But I will say, I also thought it was quite freaky. And not that I'm surprised, because, you know, Spirit has a way. But look at the girl in the thumbnail. She's the only one with her back turned. I mean, she doesn't look the happiest, but she looks like she's already walked away from the friends that she has right now. Now, if you do have some good friends, I'm not talking about those ones so much right now. I'm talking about the ones that maybe are quite difficult to be around. Maybe, you know, again, you're not resonating with them. And I don't know. It's just, you know, you could be on to bigger and better things. And I feel that, you know, I really do. I feel like this could be a very pivotal time in your life where you're just like, you know what, you know, I want to find my tribe. I want to find my tribe. I don't know that, you know, people who I've been around recently or with, you know, really even get me completely. Maybe there's been things that they've been showing me that I don't like, you know, that don't make me feel good. And, you know, maybe it's been a long time coming, you know, with these friends, you know, just something just doesn't feel right to me as a reader. And I feel like I'm picking up on this energy as well too, where a lot of these friends, it's like it's way past the expiration date. Okay. Now, if you are a person who has moved on past these friends, then this would also be the reading for you. I'm just picking up on the current energies. So you could be even a person who considers yourself a person who just doesn't have any real friends. You know, maybe you're surrounded by a lot of people, but to say that you could feel like, you know, there's a kindredness or a soul sister type energy or a bond, it doesn't feel like that to you. Okay. It feels empty. It feels like I could be in a room full of people, but I'm not connecting to any of them. Maybe you're looking for something more. Could be that. Okay. I just feel like also with this group that there could be something that has happened as well within yourself where you've put a lot of maybe effort into kind of working on yourself, and going forward, you know, you're probably not going to be the same. Maybe before, you know, you took a lot with friends. Maybe you were kind of like a giver, maybe to some degree a doormat, and you just had enough. Because I feel like in the same breath with the 10 of Wands, you also are very tired. I feel like from your friend's perspective, are you a good friend? You probably were. They probably did feel at one point that you were. But at this point, I feel like, I don't know if they could comment, because I feel like you've somehow walked away energetically. So they're probably quite confused by you right now. Maybe you've actually made some steps as well too to kind of close doors. So maybe you're not answering your phone as much. Maybe you're not texting back right away. Maybe you're not, you know, you're being flaky, you know, you don't want to go out. These are all signs that are showing them this type of behavior that they're feeling. But again, I feel like you're on a journey. And I'm going to kind of transition now into this card, because this card is very important. So we have round and round. Okay. So this is from my new deck, and this card, you know, it talks about a repeating cycle, and I feel like there's probably been a repeated cycle of you just picking up the same type of people, and you kind of are done with that, you know? I feel like with this pile, you may have had a lot of toxic friends, people who are not out there for, you know, your best, you know, interests. Maybe you didn't have anything in common with them. Maybe they were takers, etc., etc., etc. So I feel like the round and round is basically meeting the same people again and again, over and over and over. And maybe, you know, it could be as mundane. Actually, it's not mundane. You know, there's some people out there who just, you know, they're latchers, they're leeches, they're takers, they're energy vampires. All they want to do is talk about themselves. And it's like, why do I keep picking up this person? So I think you've done something. You might have worked on some qualities, and I think it has a lot to do with setting boundaries. But I think you're done. You know, that cycle, you want that round and round cycle to end. And again, the Two of Pentacles was very much that same type of energy for me. So I thought that was quite interesting that came out as well too. So I think at this point you're ready to meet your soul tribe, and that's why maybe the current friends or the friends who you have that maybe you no longer speak to or you're pulling away from are coming through in this reading, okay? But yeah, as far as their perspective, you probably were a good friend because you gave a lot. You were always there. You were nice. You were somewhat, and don't take this in the wrong way, but a little easy, okay? A little easy to maybe even manipulate or maybe do bad things to, and you would always be there. But now the tides have turned. So I kind of want to transition now into remote viewing because there's not much to say here. I think, again, you know, and there could be some people here who feel very lonely. And that could be why this is coming through as well too, is because you don't consider yourself as someone who has any friends at this point. You know, no real friends, that's for sure. You know, we're not here to talk about superficial relationships. We're here to talk about real ones. So, you know, that's where the focus was for this Pickacard. It was not to talk about like superficiality, okay? So let's kind of transition now. I think for you, I'm going to pick up the citrine. So I'm going to pick up the citrine, and I'm going to try my best to kind of channel who this may be coming from, okay? Now, when it comes to initials, the zodiac signs, and the names, these may be your names. But, you know, again, let's just go slow. And then again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to channel specific things that might resonate with you. Okay. So let's go with initials. I'm getting a big, strong emphasis on the letter B, B, N, L, P, and S. I'm getting, now I'm going to move to zodiac signs, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Okay, let's go into names. Dina, Leslie. I'm going to go with 10. I'm only going to be able to pull 10. I can't sit here all day with the names, but I'm going to try my best to pull 10 names. If it doesn't resonate, again, don't knock the whole reading. This could just be, you know, specifically for someone who needs to hear this today. So I'm going to go with names. So let's just continue. Catherine, Sierra, Sarah, Heather, Amy, Kim or Kimberly, Isabella, and I have like a Susan or Susie, Susan. And then also, okay, we're going to draw a bonus one. I'm hearing the name strongly, Michelle. Okay. Now let's go into a specific things that might be, you know, that might resonate with you. Okay, I think I'm seeing a guy. I don't know. I don't care about what he looks like. I just feel like a guy has gotten in between something here. I don't know if there's been a past hurt with a particular friend, but I feel like a man has gotten in the way of a friendship between two women. Okay. I don't know if he's someone's boyfriend. I don't know who he is, but that's all I'm kind of getting. I don't know that this man had the exact right intentions with what they did, but I feel like it was just like a precursor to revealing who this person was. And I mean your friend, okay? So I don't know if you had a boyfriend and she did something with him, or she tried something, or maybe you liked a guy and she kind of did something to screw that up. I don't know what this is, but it's not really about the guy. It was actually a reveal on her, like who she is as a person. Okay, I'm seeing, you know, you're evolving out of, you know, the type of friendships that you used to have. And I'm seeing the two worlds split with this card as well, too. I'm not going to talk too much about that. If you're aware and you know that there's a split happening on Earth right now. I think you're going in a very different direction from the crowd that you used to hang around with. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Nothing wrong. So keep doing you because you're headed in the right direction. Okay, I'm feeling like there's a lot of superficiality with the friendships, and I think you knew, but I think something woke up inside you that this had to change. You couldn't go on. And I feel like there's a lot of people here that may have like evolved or awakened, and their friend group just could not roll with that. So I don't know if you were speaking about certain things, or if you were like talking about what's going on in the world and they were like, you're nuts. I just feel like they're not meant to follow. Okay. They're not meant to follow into that new world. I feel like I don't know what this is. Like I'm trying to talk about things I'm learning, or I'm trying to say something about something, and these people are just way too closed off. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, I don't know what this is. I'm seeing a ring, or I'm seeing jewelry. I don't know what this is. I'm not going to sit here and say that someone stole something. I don't know what this is. I'm just seeing the jewelry. I'm seeing like gold jewelry, and I don't know if this is symbolic for one person who's watching. But this is symbolic for some reason between you and another person. Something with jewelry. And again, I can't get a hold on why they're showing this to me. But it's something that was responsible for maybe an ending. So anybody who that resonates with will know what that is. I just don't feel like I can grasp what that is, okay? But it's gold jewelry, and I'm seeing a ring. So I don't know what that is. I really don't. Okay, that's all I'm getting, guys. So, you know, pile 2, just hold strong. If there's anything that you liked about this reading or if it resonated at all, please like the video. It will help me. It will help the algorithm. It will help me also to see, you know, what my viewers want to see from me. But I think you are really doing the right thing by yourself, like for yourself. And I think that you should continue. Yes, it's a very lonely path. It's a very, you know, hard path sometimes to do this, but I think in the end, it's going to be like full of rewards. So keep going, pile 2. Thanks so much. Pile 3. Okay, before we get into your message, a couple things to note. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check the first link in the description box. If you would like to see more readings from me, check the second link in the description box. It will take you to my Patreon channel. And if you'd like to check out my Etsy shop, check the third link in the description box. If there's anything that you like about this reading or if it resonates at all, please consider liking the video. It will help the algorithm, it will help me, and it will help me to gauge as a reader what my viewers are liking. Wowee, pile 3. Oh my goodness. Wow. People are proud. People are proud to call you a friend. These cards are very strong, very strong. Okay, guys. I feel like whoever's coming through in this reading as a friend is proud to call you a friend. I don't even know where to start. I really don't. I feel like let's start with the Page of Wands to start. Okay, I'm at a loss for words. It's very strong, and you know, as readers, we can definitely pick up energy from cards. So sometimes we might feel a little bit more down in a reading. Other readings we might get picked up. This one is strong energy. Okay, this is a girl, and I'm talking about you or a guy you don't mess with. Okay, you don't mess with their friends. If you're calling someone a friend, you're that friend that's gonna be, you know, there in full effect. Come rain, come shine, come need be. You know, this is that friend. I actually want to talk about what's coming through right now. So just before we start, I'm gonna read the cards and then I'm gonna do the remote viewing. But there's a lot coming through even right now. You're really like there, you know, it's like a sisterhood. I feel like if you're calling someone a friend, you literally look at them like a sister or a brother. You know, if you're a man watching, you would do anything. And this is that friend. I don't know why I'm seeing this. This is actually funny. I'm seeing someone picking up a phone and being like someone saying to you, girl, I need you to pretend you're somebody. Text this man and pretend you're somebody. And let me see if he bites the dust. Like, this is that girl. Okay, let's just say you're a woman watching this, okay? Let's just go with that because I don't want to go back and forth. You're that girl. Or like, girl, I need help. Like, I need to crack into like this guy's, you know, password or whatever. You're like, I'm on it. I got this. Or let's say, for example, a friend comes and tells you and says, this girl just called me the rudest name ever. You're going to be like, yeah, where is she? I'll handle it right now. I'm not saying you're violent, okay? I'm just trying to give you an idea, but there could be some people here. I'm not going to lie. I mean, look at the girl in the thumbnail. She scares me, okay? She's that girl who is very, very animated, okay? Just as far as, you know, her expression goes, you know what type of girl she is, okay? Just by sitting on that thumbnail, okay? And maybe there's a reason why you picked this one, okay? Because maybe she looks like you or resembles you. Like you've got an attitude on you, need be, okay? Need be, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I feel like here, you could be a really good friend and loyal, very loyal. You know, you've probably done a lot for people, that would be considered like a lot, you know, like people will do things for people, but you know, there's like going over and beyond. I feel like you are that person that would like offer somebody a place to stay. You know, and let's be real, people don't do that. Okay. They don't do that every day. Or, you know, they need money. Like you're like, yeah, that's my home girl. I'll give her money. You know, I'm sure she'll pay it back. But if someone needs me, I'm there. This is a very feisty energy, but very loyal as well. So I can't deny that. I do want to say there's really something about a presence with you, with the Page of Wands, with the Six of Wands, with the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, you could be literally like the head honcho in the group, like the ringleader, okay? I feel like your friends look up to you. It's like, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her at everything she's accomplished. You could be very, stunning. And I know this sounds funny, but hey, that's what's coming through. I feel like your friends look at you like the most beautiful person inside and out. And probably there could be, a lot of cues taken from you. Like, I want to be like her. I want to dress like her. And I don't think you mind. I really don't think you mind. But it's just the presence. There's a presence about you. And it's like, it goes hand in hand with feeling very, very honored to call you a friend. So like these people want you places, okay? They want you places with them. There's also something of a protection. I'm not gonna lie, with this card, and also this one to some extent, I feel like you could be like, when your friends are coming through from their perspective, it's like, what I love about her is like, she kind of gives me protection. Walking with her places, it's like just the way she looks or even the way you would handle something. People feel very protected by you, your friends, very protected. And I'm not gonna lie, there could be something here of, for some of you, not all of you with the Knight of Swords, there could be a bit of a temper. But it kind of is good in a way because again, I don't think people feel scared when they're around you. Like you're going to be able to handle the whole group. Okay. But with the Knight of Wands, you could be very much a go-getter. I mean, he's going right towards the Knight of Pentacles. So you could be a really good friend because maybe there's just always something happening, something to celebrate. Also too, like, your abundance kind of gets shared with them or it kind of trickles onto them. You have to understand, and it's not a superficial thing. It's nice when you have people that you are friends with or women that you're friends with that are just like you. So I feel like with this pile, I feel like all of you are on the same page. So as opposed to pile 2, where it was very different, I feel like with this pile, it's like you have your tribe, like you've got your tribe. And even if you don't, you can still somewhat apply it to you because this is how you would be if you did have your tribe. But I feel like you've got your group. Oh yeah, you do. And you all are successful. And all of you together just make the best, combination. Okay. So I like this. I really do. I feel like your friend's perspective of you is just really high. It's on another level. And to me, there's a lot of respect. There's feeling like loyalty, like to the ends of the earth. I mean, I think this pile, honestly, would give a friend a kidney if they needed it. Okay. I really do. And just, if you're like, that's crazy, I would never do that. Just take it down a notch. I'm being animated. Okay. Some of you might not, but I'm just saying you would do something to that extent. Like, again, if someone needed a place to stay, you would open your home. If someone needed food, you would cook for them. If they needed money, and these are all, I'm talking about your friendships, not just random people. Okay. I feel to some degree, what's interesting about the Devil, how good of a friend are you? I feel like a lot of your friends could be quite obsessed with you. I feel like there could be there's just like the way those two are chained together, it just makes me feel like this is it, like I don't want to lose her. I don't want to ever lose this person. I don't want to ever continue I would never even want to do anything to lose this person. Like you are an asset, okay? You are an asset, but I feel like you're also quite fun. There's a glamour here too. I don't know if some of you are really glamorous. I don't know if you guys are like really into clubbing or partying or something, but I feel like with this 3 of Cups, you know how to really throw a good party, okay? Look at these girls with all their cups of Patron. Oh yes, look at them. And they're in their sister circle. They're totally vibing. They don't need anybody. There's a lot of independent feeling here too as well too. So you could be a bunch of independent women, even if you have boyfriends, but you guys still do your own thing. So I like this. I really like this. I really do. But it's strong. It's very strong. And you could be, your friends could actually also feel like the group is very tight. So I don't know that you're out there picking up people or you're willing to bring new people in. So there's, again, that loyalty. Like, I don't think your friends ever have to worry about you finding someone new. Like, there's a loyalty here. Now, that card is really interesting. Come to the edge. Come to the edge. You know what I like about this card? She's really free with herself. You see how she's almost about to fall off that cliff? She's like, I'm good. I'm not worried about what's going to happen to me. You know I'm going to make it. I'm going to be fine. She's dancing. She's free. She's happy. I feel like your energy is very nice, whoever picked this pile. So your friend's perspective would be like, whenever I'm with her, I'm going to have a good time, and I'm probably going to try a bunch of new things. So you are pushing these friends as well too, and they like that. So I'm not going to lie, with this card, you could be doing some things, that are, risk take type stuff, okay? And you bring your friends along and you just uplift the whole group by pushing everybody to their limits. Now, what I also like about this card too is when I see it, it's like, I feel like your friends feel like you really see them. So we're going to get a little mushy now, but I really do feel like your friends are seen. They feel like you see them completely. And I feel like with this pile, people could have probably, cried a lot on your shoulder, or maybe even released some secrets. I feel like you know a lot, okay? You know a lot about your friends' deepest secrets, their trials and tribulations, but there's a loyalty again, I feel like you've been there. I feel like you've been there many times for them. But not only that, you've been a voice for them. Wow, guys. I feel like people could only dream about what you have, okay, with your friendships. It's just so strong. It's like, to be seen by somebody, that in itself is one thing. But the fact that you've also been people's voice. So I feel like you've really defended a lot of your friends, or you are that person who's like, we ride at dawn. Yeah? Oh yeah? Okay, let me ride at dawn. Just let me go grab my jacket and my shoes, and we're going to do it up. Okay? Like, this is a sisterhood, what you have here. And I feel like your friendships, there could be like, the group itself, or if it's just you and one person, you guys are like a Thelma and Louise or something. There's a big emphasis here on, like, I feel like a duo. I don't know if some of you have a duo going on, but it's like a Thelma and Louise. I mean, look at those two. They literally drove the car off the cliff, like, together. That's how, you could have many past lives with your friends, many past lives. So look at the way you met them. When you met them, was it interesting? Did it feel like you had met them before? Did it seem easy, like everything just happened right away? There was not even a warm up. This could be strong because of that. You've met them many times over. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Okay, let's pick up a crystal and start channeling. I'm gonna go with rose quartz for you. So let's just get into the initials. And again, don't knock the whole reading if I can't get the initials right. This is only applied to some people watching. I can't sit here forever and just start naming off names, but I'm going to try to channel at least 10 for, someone out there. So let's go with initials. So I have C, R, L, V, and remember, these could be your initials or, their initials or names or initials or astrological signs. P, D, Y, J. Okay, astrological, I'm getting Virgo, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Capricorn, big on the Capricorn. There's a Capricorn watching for sure. Cancer. Okay, let's go with names. Danielle, Christina, Jessica, Gina. I'm getting the name Tia, Tia, T-I-A, Tia. I don't know. I never heard this name before. Did I say Laura? Laura, I'm getting Laura, Anna, Lucia or Lucy. This is either Lucia with an I-A or a Lucy. Natalie, Mariana. and Melinda. Okay, let's go into like specific things that might be for you personally. Even though we channeled some at the beginning. Okay, I feel like some people here have done something quite interesting with their friend that can't even be talked about out loud. And I'm not talking about sexual stuff. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something that is quite under the like surface that we can't talk about, but that's how far a bond goes. And I don't know what that is, but it just feels to me like something secretive or something we've done together, like maybe like a Bonnie and Clyde type thing. I don't know what this is. And I know Bonnie and Clyde is a male-female, but it's like, I don't know, partners in crime. And that in itself is what makes our relationship so heightened. It's because we shared that moment. So I don't know what this is. I think whoever's watching will know. I feel like one person here, you may have pushed one of your friends to do something that they were scared of. I don't know if it's a fear. It's a fear, but you got them to overcome that. That friend is very appreciative for that, because that fear was ruining their life, and something you did or made them look at differently just changed that, and it just opened up their whole world, and they were able to kind of move on past that. So it's a fear or something along those lines. Okay, that's weird. I see one friend journaling about you right now. Like, I don't know if they have a journal. I don't know why that's coming through, but they're journaling about you. And it's like, my friend is the best person ever. You know, she helps me with this, blah, blah, blah. It's all positive stuff. It's not negative. So I don't know what this is, but it's like a journal. That would be really freaky if one person knows that their friend keeps a journal and has told them that they write about them, because that's what I'm seeing. Okay, this is not exactly a message from anybody in particular. This is like an overview message, but I feel like there could be many people who want to get through. You know, you're the cream of the crop when we're talking about, you know, friendship. And I feel like a lot of people want to be your friend. So if you ever wonder why people want to get so close, it's because you're the cream of the crop with that. So if there's a lot of girls who meet you and just would love to be your friend, maybe you have, you know, your life is popping, you're popping, and they want to be a part of that. It's just because, again, you're the cream of the crop. So don't take it so personally, like people are weird or, you know, crazy or whatever. You have that vibe about you that everybody who wants to know you or gets to know you wants to know you more, okay? I don't think I think you have your tribe. So you're not really looking for new people, or it's a little bit difficult for people to get to know you because, again, you're not looking for anyone. You know, position has already been filled. But again, like, you're the cream of the crop, like you're the SHIT when it comes to friendship. And you set the bar very high, okay? You really do. Okay. In the workplace, I feel like, I don't know why this is coming through. So in the workplace, I feel like people could be very, you know, other women or, you know, people who, like, there could be some intimidation here. I think the reason why maybe your circle is so small because you, I think, have struggled a lot with competition, people wanting to be competitive. I don't think you are like that, but I think because, again, you are, you know, such a vibe in itself, people always want to compete. So I don't want you also to take that too personally. I feel like I'm seeing someone who's getting very hated on in the workplace, or maybe even it's been difficult even getting jobs because if they're interviewed by other women, they're automatically shut down because, again, the presence is so strong. So don't take that too personally. Again, you're a vibe. This is going to happen naturally. You know, we're not all healed on this planet. Okay. Interesting. I'm seeing a birthday party here. I feel like when it's your girl's birthday, you go all out. You really go all out. And I'm not saying that you spend money or whatever, but it's like you make that person feel like, you know, $1 million. I feel like every friend that you ever like did anything for on their birthday wants to thank you through this reading. Like you just made me feel like even more loved than my family. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Pile 3, I gotta stop. This was your reading. Let me know what you thought. Please give it a like if it did resonate. And yeah, just keep doing you. You are a vibe, honey. You are a vibe. Before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check the first link in the description box. If you'd like to see more readings from me, check the second link in the description box. It will take you to my Patreon channel. If you would like to check out my Etsy shop, check out the third link in the description box. If there's anything that you're going to like about this video, if you like it, if it resonates, please consider liking the video. It helps the algorithm. It helps me. It also helps me gauge as a reader what my viewers are liking from me. Okay, pile 4. The first thing I want to say is, who's the psychic? Who's the psychic? This is my psychic friend. Yeah, this is my psychic friend named Amy. Yeah, she's psychic. She's in tune. She's spiritual. This is my psychic friend. Now, if it's not the psychic friend, you're not psychic at all, or you don't consider yourself one. There's just something that is alluring about you. Your friends consider their meeting with you to be very, interesting. You may have met your friends in very interesting situations, but let's just talk about the first group. I have a magician here. I have a high priestess. I feel like there could be a lot of people who have chosen this who are psychic, or their friends know that they are. This is the friend that is, you're coming over and there's crystals everywhere. There's crystal balls. There's tarot cards. This is my cool friend. Okay. And even if you are not a reader or you're a psychic, you're cool. You do something that's cool. The magician tells me that. Okay. Also, oops, I forgot to tell you, this is how it's going to work. I'm going to read your cards first, and then I'm going to tap into remote viewing. So let's just go very slow, but I feel like you have a craft about you. There's something that you do that's interesting. You could be an artist. You could be a musician. I don't care. There's just something very cool about something that you do. And I feel like when people are announcing you as their friend, it goes hand in hand. Now, they may not tell everybody that you're psychic, but if it's something else, because I know people don't really like, people, to announce that. But if it's something else, it could be something like that. Like, this is my genius friend. You're known for something, okay, within your friend group. And it's admirable, okay, regardless of what it is. Now let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. Let's go slow here. I feel like you are a rock. You are the rock. Like you're steady. So you represent a friend that would be like the strong one. So I'm not going to be surprised if, you get a lot of people who are calling you up for advice, or, need something all the time. Or you could be getting like a lot of empathic people, or because you're empathic, sorry, you could be getting a lot of people who need that kind of healing. I feel like you're a healer, but not in the traditional sense. I just mean, I think, with the Queen of Pentacles, she's very solid in her foundation. She knows who she is. She's strong. She may not be strong on the inside. She could have some vulnerabilities, as we all do. But I just feel for the most part, you represent yourself as a very, thick-blooded, thick-skinned type, person. And I feel like when people are, they're giving their perspective, or how I'm seeing it right now from your friend's perspective, you would be that friend that literally would be the one that knows everything. My friend, I'm going to call her. I'm going to call Stacy. She'll know. Stacy will know. Yeah, Stacy will know. I feel like it's just like, there's just something to look up to with you. But it's interesting because I feel like in that breath, within that breath, I also want to say, I feel like there's a little bit of confusion. I feel like with the 5 of Wands and the Moon, I feel like there's pieces of you that your friends just don't understand. Now, that could be for a plethora of reasons. It could be that maybe your friend group is not, your soul tribe, okay? Maybe you're kind of moving away from them, or you plan to move away from them, or you don't feel exactly connected to them. Or it could just be that people maybe have a different personality than you. Like your friends could be very different than you, or have maybe an issue with sometimes not being able to read you, or with the fact that with the moon, there could be things that seem a little hidden. So I feel like people sometimes feel a little conflicted with the Five of Wands on your personality. You could be there in one moment, very present, very engaging, you know, ha ha, he, ha ha, but other times be very distant. And there could be conflicting confusion within these friends. Like, I'm not saying that they sit there all day and think about it, but I think there's aspects of them trying to figure out, like, did I do something wrong? Because, you know, Queen of Pentacles, she can be a little detached. She can be a little aloof. You know, she might hold her opinions sometimes for a small, brief moment. I mean, until she unleashes it, because she will speak her mind. But you could just have this way about you where it's like, maybe you don't have time for BS. You know, you don't tolerate it. So I think if you do have friends, they need to be as mature as you, or be able to handle, you know, maybe what you're into, or what, you know, are they ready for what you're into? Something along those lines. Because it's interesting with the High Priestess, because, you know, with the High Priestess, the veil is very thin, right? So she can read a room like nobody's business. She can read her friend. She can see right through your BS. So I feel like sometimes your friends might feel to some degree like, why can't you let loose? Or why can't you just be, you know, completely free with yourself? Or why do you have to always know everything? Something along those lines. I feel like with the High Priestess, there could be some people who have tried some things, you know, really tested boundaries, and, you know, you were like, that's not happening here, you know? So I feel like sometimes they don't really know how to move. I feel like, again, you are a good friend, but I feel like there's some conflicting feelings here about your personality. And sometimes they just don't know how to take you, okay? I think there could be some intimidation as well, too, of maybe treading lightly. And again, you know, I don't know if you listened to the beginning part when I was doing the opener, but I wasn't saying that whatever I picked up was going to be facts about you. People's perceptions are their perceptions. You know, we can't just always expect people to view us the way we really are. This is just the way they are. And again, it might not be, you know, a match. Maybe you are very, you know, in tune with your womanhood, okay? And maybe you're around maybe more immature people or females who haven't discovered who they are. It could be that. Because I do feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, there's almost like the matriarch. So I don't know, sometimes you feel like you come across as the mother in the friendships, but that's what I'm feeling. But it's interesting with the Justice, because I feel like you are very fair and just, and that could be something from their perspective they don't understand. So you might be very exactly that, fair and just. So whether you have a friend for 10 years, but, you know, you just met this other person 3 months ago, and, you know, you hear both sides, you will tell your friend of 10 years, like, hey, that wasn't right. You know, like, why did you do that? So you could be a mediator, but not only that, they could also fear that as well, too. Very Libra energy. I'm not saying that you're one, but you could definitely be the mediator within your group, okay? That person who's going to sort things out between friends, see everything fair and just. But also it works the other way too. So, you know, these friendships that you have, they have to be very careful with the way that they roll, okay? Because again, I think you're quite mature, and I don't mean age-wise. You could be 20 years old watching this, but you could be, you know, emotionally mature. So I feel like you have a lot going on for you. And again, there's something you do here. There's a craft. I don't know what this is. But with the High Priestess, man, oh my goodness, you know, she can see right through you. I think your friends fear that sometimes. Yep, but you're interesting. You're really interesting, I will say. I don't know. There's just something like, there's a lot to be learned from you. So I think your friends do learn a lot, but at the same time, they feel sometimes like they're on a different level, and it's usually the one that's beneath you, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you're making them feel like that, okay, intentionally. That's just how they feel. You just got a lot going on for you. And again, you're rock solid. You know, ducks are in a row. You know who you are. You figured yourself out. And I just don't feel like you have time for BS. I think you're very devoted to whatever you're doing in life. You could be very connected to your spirituality. definitely with these cards. But I think, you know, let's be real. When you reach this type of elevation and evolution, it's really going to take, you know, other women. Let's say if you're a woman watching, which you most likely are, it's going to be other women like that who you're going to kind of more gravitate towards, you know. I, again, don't think this pile has time for BS. I don't think this pile actually likes to fight, okay? And I'm talking about, I think you don't do drama. You don't do any kind of drama. I don't care if it's the smallest one. You know, you don't want to hear it, you know? Someone wants to say, oh, you know, Debbie said the other day that I don't care. Don't tell me. I don't care. So again, it could be difficult for people to see you clearly. I mean, that would be a sign of a mature person because you're not engaging, but they may take it as something different. So again, I think with this pile, there could be some people here who are finding that maybe the people that you're around, they probably need to go. Or they need to kind of elevate to kind of where you're at. And I'm talking about vibrationally. Now let's move to the card of serendipity. Quite interesting. I feel like a lot of people, you know, the friendships that you have, there's something very magical about the meeting that took place with you. It was very serendipitous. Is that a word? I hope so. So I feel like with the way that they met you, the way that you came in, you were almost like a savior, or there was something, for some, there could be like, you were like, you know, that shoulder to lean on, or you came in at a very pivotal time for them. Or there could be others that there's just something very interesting about the meeting. It almost seemed like magical, like not of this world to them, like how we usually meet. It could be like random mediums. I wonder if you've met a lot of friends through random mediums, like literally you're at the store, you're browsing through clothes and you strike up conversation with someone else. Now, I feel like the serendipity card also has a lot to do because it's a 9. If you add the 1 plus an 8, it's a 9. You have a lot of wisdom. I feel like a lot of people have gravitated towards you, or like have felt that gravitation towards you because you just seemed like you knew something. Again, a 9 is a very, you know, it's a wisdom type of energy. If you look at people with life path 9s, they are very wise, old souls. You could have that energy about you. So they feel like they gravitated towards you because, again, it's like you held all the secrets to everything, or that you knew what to do, or you were going to be that person that they could learn a lot from. The other thing, they feel to some aspect, to some degree that there's something about meeting you. You were very important to their journey, okay? I think you've lifted a lot of friends up out of the ashes and made them the phoenix. Okay. They probably learned a lot from you. And with that, they just, you know, are not the same person that you met. You've transformed them. You've helped transform them. Water, one moment. So there's something very serendipitous about the meeting. That's how your friends feel. You just came in at the right time. And again, I think they do really appreciate you, but sometimes I feel like they feel a little, it's hard. It's hard sometimes because maybe sometimes you catch them off guard with something that, you know, you don't like that they're doing, and they take it to heart. So they hope that you're more open and free, but it's not about being open and free. I just think your threshold for BS is very tiny, okay? Very low. Now let's move to remote viewing. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I've been talking for 13 minutes. Okay, let's pick up the clear quartz for you. Now with this, I'm gonna try to, you know, do some shout outs from some friends. From some friends. I'm also gonna look into initials and also astrological signs. So this could be yours, it could be your names, your initials, or your friends. I'm gonna try to channel 10 names. I can't do, you know, 30. I'm gonna try to get, you know, and whoever it's for, it's for them. So just understand, check back in a week and you might get a message from someone. But don't knock the reading if you don't get the name, okay? So let's go with the initials. E, F, N. I'm getting a strong initial F. Z and P. Astrological signs I'm picking up on are Capricorn, Taurus, Leo, Pisces, and definitely Aquarius. I'm getting a strong one on Aquarius. Now let's go into specific situations that may have happened. Okay, I'm already picking up on a sister, like an actual sister, like your sister's coming through. Considers you her BFF. Like, I don't know how she was so blessed, but you are her BFF. She's coming through in this reading, and she wants you to know that, like, no friend that she met that is, you know, not her family could ever come in front of you. Like, you were always her friend and will always be her first and foremost friend. So the sister is coming through. Interesting. Okay. I feel like there's a coworker coming through at this moment who really wants to say thank you. I think you helped her dodge a bullet, and I don't know what that means. I really don't. You know, this is a general reading. Sometimes it'll get very specific, sometimes it won't, but I feel like there's a coworker that you helped. She wants to say thank you from this reading. Okay, that's interesting. There's a cat coming through. I feel like there's a cat. I don't know if he's a black cat. He looks black to me, but I don't know if he's just representing cats generally. But I feel like there's a cat that wants to come through that really considers you, like, you know, there's a bond there. I know that sounds really funny, but I cannot control what comes through, okay? Okay, there's a girlfriend I feel like that we have cut off communication with. She's thinking a lot about you. I feel like she wants to reach out. She misses a lot. She misses a lot about you. I feel like whatever we fought about was stupid. It should not have ended this way or caused this type of division between us or separation, sorry. But I want to come back. I'm hoping that you will receive me well. I don't know what that's about. Okay. Some of you who are psychic, who are readers that pick this pile, I want you to know that your clients consider you like not a friend, but you've provided a service to them. And again, it could be that, you know, us readers, we give that advice. We do more than honestly psychiatrists, okay? But, you know, and even within one session, okay? Whereas the others, you need to like multiple ones, but there's just something about what you've given these people that they're just so grateful for it. So if there are tarot readers that have chosen this that are reading, your clients appreciate you. Okay, I'm seeing a woman who is a friend or someone you've helped, but there's an age gap. I don't know who this is. So let's say you're 35 watching. This is like a 25-year-old. Like, there's a huge difference. Like maybe 8-10 years. This girl, I feel like, is going to be forever loyal to you because of what you've also done. So you've helped a lot of people, because I'm getting like the same type of message here with help. But this is a younger person that you really helped. It's almost like you were like a mom. Like, you just help them with their womanhood, you know, to become who they are, create boundaries, you know, be solid, get their life together. This is something. Oh, is there? Okay, now there's something else coming through. I wonder if this is for one person specifically. I wonder if there's anybody here who has specifically, you know, helped out people in charities. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is like a shelter, like a big sister thing. Man, you're going to really get rewarded on the other side. Okay. I'm not saying that you do this to get rewarded, but you will be. You've changed so many lives. I don't think you're aware of it. I really don't. And that's what makes you humble. But I think you're not aware of this. You've changed the course of many people's lives. And that could be even through your profession as a reader. Wow. Okay, pile 4. That's all I'm getting. The window is closing. That was your reading. If you liked anything about it, if it resonated, please like the video. I would appreciate it. Have a great day, and thank you for all that you do. Hi, Pile 5. Okay, so a couple things before we start. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check the first link in the description box. If you would like to see more readings from me, check the second link in the description box. That will take you to my Patreon channel. And also, if you would like to check out my Etsy shop, that will be the third link in the description box. If there's anything that you like about this reading, please consider liking the video. It does help the algorithm. It also helps me. And also, as a reader, it helps me to gauge to see what my viewers want to see more of. Okay, this is the pile. In the beginning, when I started the reading with the opener, I did mention that not to take this reading too seriously. People's perception of us are not always accurate, okay? But this is the one that might, it could be a little touchy. I'm not going to say that you're going to be offended, but it could be a little touchy. And just remember, whatever people's perception of you doesn't mean that it's factual, okay? So just take this reading with a grain of salt, but let's start. Pile 5, I think you have quite the personality on you. I think you're quite beautiful with the Queen of Wands, and the World card is here as well. You could be visually very appealing, very beautiful. You could have a banging personality as well too. So the inner beauty is also there. Very, very confident with oneself, knows who you are. You know who you are. You know what you're about. You know what you'll tolerate, what you won't tolerate. Probably been through some major, life changes that have contributed to this confidence, but you've went through a lot. You've overcome a lot. I think this could be the pile where your friendships, and I know this is a perspective of you, but I feel like you could be a lot for your friendships. And I feel to some degree with this pile, you might not even be aware of the magnitude of what this carries, okay? I think, your friendships may, they may not be telling you this. Maybe you kind of, suss it out here and there. You see bits and pieces of, you're like, that's weird. Or, there's some movement on their end that shows you a little bit of maybe trickery with this devil card. Okay. I feel like there could be a lot of jealousy. I feel like there could be some of you here who have friendships that are not exactly what you think they are. Okay. I'm going to be very blunt with that. I'm not saying that some of you don't have really good friends, but that's just what I'm seeing to start. I feel like when I'm tapping into your friend's perspective of you and how good of a friend you are, it's going to sound a little strange. It doesn't sound very positive. But again, this is not factual. It doesn't have to be about you. I feel like they feel like it's always about you. It's always about you. Again, I think there's something about your presence. You could be a head turner. You could be very busy. You could be on the go. You could be quite popular. You could be, honestly, even to some degree, maybe famous. And when I say famous, let's not go to the hills here. I'm saying maybe you have a presence on social media. Maybe you are on YouTube. You can be YouTube famous. I mean, why not? Okay. If you have a fan base, same thing. But I just feel like to some degree, there's something about you that makes people feel quite jealous. And again, I don't know if it's your beauty, your inner beauty, a mixture of both, what you're doing in life. I also feel to some degree with this pile, you could be very busy or you could be very liked or popular or always on the go. And I feel like your friends feel like sometimes you just forget all about them. Queen of Wands, she's very innocent. She's very unpredictable. She goes with the flow. She's funny. She's vivacious. She can be a little flaky, but she's really in her own world. She's living her life. That's what she's really doing. It's not even anything intentional. And, you could be a grown woman right now, watching this and saying like, I don't got time for this. You know what I mean? And you could be more into the types of friendships where it's like, we don't talk for 7 weeks, but then when we do, we just pick up right back where we were. So maybe these are friendships that I'm picking up on that tend to be a little bit more, not like that, okay? Ones who kind of, want those text messages answered right away. If they call you, they want you to answer. I just feel like there could be a little bit of like, an opposites attract here, or maybe the friendships that you have are not exactly on the same level as where you're at. So I find with this type of personality, because I also have this too, you know, I need you to be as busy as I am. Okay. I don't have time to hang out. You get and you reach a certain point in life where sometimes you just don't have time for that. You're very busy with what you're doing. And even more so if you are a mom watching this, I mean, you really don't have time for this. Okay. So I feel like your friends do feel like they get left out or ignored. I feel like they feel like to some degree, like it's always about you. But I also feel like how you view the relationship is not how they view it. So I feel like with the 10 of Cups, because this could be a false sense of happiness type card, okay? So I feel like somehow they think it's quite annoying, like how you perceive the relationship, because it's like, I don't know how you see it like this. This is not what it's like. So I feel like there's some aspects of them not liking how you perceive the actual relationship with them. I feel like, there is some positive things here with the Ace of Cups. It's like, really you love yourself. You know what you want for yourself. You love yourself. You've got good boundaries. But I feel like I'm getting left out. So I feel like they feel like they're left out constantly, especially with this Three of Swords. Oh, goodness. I don't know. It's like, I get forgotten about. I feel like you forget me. And that could be, maybe you don't respond to text messages right away, or maybe you're showing yourself on your social media and it's like, well, how did you post something, but you neglected my message? So obviously you're on your phone. So you could just be around really needy people, because I understand this personality. So if this is resonating with you, I get this personality. Because I'm like this as well. I really couldn't care less if you respond to my message or not. I'm really cool with whatever. I'm not a highly attached person. I understand that people have lives, but I just feel like you're busy, you're doing a lot. And I don't know that friendship is really a top priority for you. Although you don't mind having friendships, it needs to be on a lighter, level, like fluffier, not high intense where, you want to hear from me all the time, or we're hanging out all the time. Again, I feel like with you, you're very busy. You could be also very hard to reach. I feel like that as well too. But you are a good friend. You are with the Queen of Wands, and I feel like you're a good time. There could be a lot of people who really overlook that about you, because when you are around, it's just, there's so much within the presence, Queen of Wands, she'll make you laugh, she'll pick you up. She's a very hard person to stay upset with. So again, I don't want you to view this in a negative way, but I really do think that maybe these friends, and maybe they're telling you, maybe you'll be like, well, yeah, this sounds about right. Or then there's others of you, nobody's saying anything. I think people are afraid to say anything. They don't want to step on any toes, but they also don't want to ruin anything, I feel like, with what they have with you. Oh, goodness. I drew the Strength card, which was interesting because we were only supposed to get 6. We got the Strength card. That really wanted to come out. I think your friends admire you. I think they think you're a good friend. You may have a lot of, good advice as well too with the Strength card. But I feel like there could be aspects of your personality, like you don't do anything, but you get these people upset. I don't know what this is. I'm irritated by you. And I'm not talking about me as the reader. I'm talking about, I'm channeling these friends. I get often irritated with you. And it's not even anything you're doing on purpose. So if you find that you have a bunch of friends, or you have someone in particular who's always causing some sort of drama, or upset with you, or asking you why you're doing this, why you're doing that, or it just seems like you're in a weird, jealous relationship with a friend, like a person who's supposed to be a friend, this could be your pile, because I sense it here. Now, positive traits, again, you're definitely someone that is, they would want to be connected to. You're definitely doing a lot. You're interesting. Again, I don't know why this World card is here. You could be, like, oh, my friend, she's this, she does this. showing the page. Maybe you're on YouTube, maybe you're on Instagram, you have a good following, or maybe you're just really beautiful. Really, I feel like deep down your friends love you. It's just, I feel like they don't know how to understand you. Again, I'm getting like an unpredictable nature. You are loyal. I just don't feel like you owe anybody anything. So this is why sometimes maybe calls go unanswered or text messages go unanswered. Maybe I think you're just really busy and you honestly genuinely forget. And it's not intentional, but I feel like there's a love-hate relationship with your friends. And, sometimes I think maybe even if you were to like maybe disconnect from them, they would chase you down. So they don't really want to let you go. But at the same time, they don't know how to handle your presence. They need to be as busy as you. Again, I'm going to reiterate that. Okay. Now this card I got for you, New Life. So new life is here. I feel like you are quite interesting. I feel like you breathe life into everything that you create. I think you're constantly on the move. You're constantly doing something. You've got a uniqueness about you for sure. You're definitely not like them, and you probably have a million things to talk about. They find you very interesting, very cool. Never probably even met anybody like you. So again, this adds to like, the allure of you. But I think you're also very gorgeous. But I think you also breathe new life into everyone you meet. Like you kind of teach your friends, like they feel like you teach them that anything is possible. So you could be really big on the manifestations, about like the world is your pickle. Like, you can do whatever you want and you motivate them somehow. So I feel like this is really positive. And again, I think it's also because you're living your own dreams. You're also showing through examples, because we can talk all day about what people should do, but it's like, are you living that life? You are living that life. Okay. So I'm going to tap into remote viewing now. I think I'm going to pick up like the Larimar, which is interesting. I want to pick that up. Yeah. I'm gravitated towards that. That is a very rare stone. And I believe, I feel like you just are a very rare stone. Okay. A very rare friend. Just really, a diamond in the rough. Okay. So we're going to tap into initials, names, astrological signs. They may be yours. They may be your friends. I can only do about 10 names. So, if none of the names resonate, don't worry. Don't knock the rest of the reading as well too. I'm going to tap into specific, situations that might resonate with you, like very specific. Okay. So let's start with initials. Okay, I'm getting P, C, T, U, O, and M. Astrological signs, I'm getting Leo, Sag, Aries, no, of course, Taurus, and Gemini. For names, let's move to names now. Allison, Deborah, Bianca, Rachel, Cassidy, Yvonne, Alicia, Tanya, Olivia, Rebecca, Penelope, and Tracy. Okay, that's all for names. Let's move on to the specific situations now. Okay, I'm getting that some of you may have a boyfriend or a husband or a partner that just gets too much of your attention. This is something your friends don't like. I mean, it's not right. It's not wrong. It's just what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a man who just gets way too much of your attention, and this bothers these friends. It bothers them. I don't know what this is. And again, this is not a judgment. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. That's just what I'm getting. Okay, there could be a friend that you literally have not responded to. Okay, you need to check your phone. I feel like I'm getting the energy of someone who's growing aggravated and wondering like, what the hell is taking you so long to respond? Or why would it take you this long to respond? I'm not saying to respond to them. I'm just saying check your phone. Maybe it's something you overlooked, but this could also be that I'm being shown this as a general observation that this is something that aggravates your friends to like the ends of the earth, okay? Yeah, okay, so I'm seeing an unpredictableness here that people don't like. It's flaky behavior. Your friendships do not appreciate this. And again, no judgment. Don't come for me. I'm not saying that this is, something you should change. I'm feeling like you're unpredictable. Why am I hearing you're the queen of make it and break it? You are the queen of make it and break it. Are you making plans and breaking plans? I don't know if that's what that means, but I heard that phrase. Is that even a phrase? I've never heard that before. Oh, okay. So there's a friend coming through who maybe in the past, has asked you, there's someone coming through. I don't even know if this is still a friend. If you're a female, this is another female. This female asked you to do something. It was a lot to ask for. And I don't know what this is, but it was a lot to ask for of somebody. And you did it. And they want to say thank you for this reading. Like, thank you. I'll never forget what you did for me. But it was a lot. It was a lot to ask for. I'm seeing someone, I don't know why this is coming up. This could be for literally one person. I'm seeing someone who is like a twin. It's not a twin in real life, although it may be, I'm not sure. She would be like a twin. Like if people saw you, it's like, she's my twin. Like those two girls, they're exactly the same person almost. That person's coming through right now. So I don't know if you have a girlfriend who either you look like her or it's like you guys could pass for doubles, or people are like, that is the same person, like personality. There's something very connected between you two. Just the fact that you may look alike or act alike, that's not random. I think there's a deep connection here, definitely. But that person's coming through. Random. I'm getting a message here to just keep doing what you're doing. Be you at all costs. Really don't worry about these friends. They're going to love you either way. Regardless if you show up or don't show up or text back or don't do text back. I just feel like I think you're quite lovable and likable. And I feel like people want more, would like to be around you more. I just don't think that's you. Okay, you don't have a lot of free time. It's also not your style to just kind of really be around somebody for a long period of time, or it's not even about getting close. I just don't. I think there's a lot of people out there who want to be around you, and I just don't think you're into kind of just putting all your eggs in one basket. It's like there's so much of me, to love, and everyone can love me kind of thing. I feel like it's just the way you are, and it's not to be, tampered with or changed. And you may find in your life that a lot of people did try to change you, okay? Whether it was a friendship or a boyfriend or a parent, keep doing you, okay? There's something very freeing in the way that you portray yourself or the way that you act. And it's not an act, it's who you really are. There's something freeing about it. I don't think with this person who picked this pile, you need to be tied down or changed or smothered. It's not healthy, actually. Okay, it's really not. So I think what you're doing is okay. You may not get super close to your friendships, but at the same time, you still are present. You love them. You help them. You're a good time. You uplift others. You are there for them. But I think it's important to say here with this pile, just keep being you, whether people get upset or not. What's most important is, are you happy? You're not here. I don't think with this pile, it's a good idea to like make anybody else happy over yourself. Just be yourself. Okay. Okay. Pile 5. Wow. Amazing. Let me know what you thought, guys. Thanks so much.